Hello there, first welcome to the programming code camp YouTube channel. If you are now, if you are before subscribe this channel, you can watch different type of tutorials and course for beginners and for advanced as tutorials for as web designs and web development and course such as HTML full course with CSS and Java channels. This tutorial we are going to create such dashboards and such a website page which is usable for you. You can create such as this navbar, with this section with this search section and menu titles, and with this section as a dashboard you can create inside this and you are will be able at the end of this video to create such this dashboards and footer, and you can create such footers which be responsive, and you can translate it, you can create and you can put different types of icons, social media inside here. So for creating such a website page, we should go ahead inside the VS Code editor and put this and create such this website. For this inside here we can put the specific codes inside here, such as doc.html. Inside we can call this tutorial by the name, for example, programming code camp. And at the first we should link two files, which is index.html and CSS with together. For this we can write a link like this inside is establish it, and href is equal inside it. We can write an style.css. Now these two files are linking together, and we can design, we can format, we can create different types of page as website page. For this reason we should go ahead inside each head element. Inside it we can create a menu bar inside here. For this we can write them, for example, dot container for this one like this, and inside this container we are going to make a navbar. For this one you can write a navbar for as a div element, and inside this navbar as the first we are gonna to make a search button and search space for our navbar. For this one we can write down search dot search, and inside this search we can put images and search space inside here for searching for finding some issues and paragraph by internet. So for this one we can write down input, and inside input element we have got type is equal text, and we can write class. So here a class is attribute, we can write an class is attribute. Inside this we can write a text and we should make a inside this input element by the placeholder. Placeholder is equal type. We just want from people to type your issue inside here. By here we can write, for example, type text, w text inside here. So at the second we are going to put search icons inside. For this one we can write an img, and inside img we are going to put any icons inside here. For this one, we just write the name of folder, and inside here we're going to put is search button as PNG format inside. So for this one, now inside this div element we are going to make a title bar as a menu bar. For this one we can write ULI inside ULI element. You can make a list for your title bar or menu bar. For this one, you can write li href is equal number, and inside here this div element we can write them, for example, what types of title, what kinds of title you are going to put inside your menu bar. For this one, we can write this one design title. We can call it, for example, tutorials. And we can copy this one and duplicate inside. The second one we can write them, for example, web design. And the last one we can write down web development. So now we should go ahead inside this install this .css, and inside here we can design this navbar, this search bar, and for this one we can write down that first we should copy this navbar from HTML file. For this one we can write that we can paste inside here navbar. So open set, we can select is height and font size. For this one, height is the height of this navbar should be fit content, and width should be 100%. This means we have got this navbar. The height of this navbar should be around fit content, this content inside this menu bar, and the width of this menu bar should be 100%. We can select 90% for this which we do not have any, for example, section, the left sidebar or the right sidebar of this menu bar. We can select its width size around 100%. Should be its width size. Excuse me for that. And now we can copy navbar ULI. We have got navbar, and inside this navbar we have got ULI. We should design this one ULI, this element, and we can write inside here. For this one we can copy this, and we have got navbar ULI. UL is the inside the UL we have got display. Display should be inline the block, and this padding size should be around 18 pixels for the padding space for the top of and from the bottom of this page. And the second one we have got the navbar ULA. Inside here the href element inside it is we should design these titles, tutorials, web design, and web development. And we can select design it. There's color and font size and font family. For this one we can write down. So it's align item should be center, and text align should be center, and font should be bold, and font family should be this font, and display should be inline block, and color, the color should be green. this tutorial color should be green. If we now save the program and run, we can see the change. Is the nav we have created for ourselves. For our website page is the titles, this titles color are green, and this nav bar is this kind of the color is background color. I should come back to the HTML file. So we can go ahead inside here, and inside body element we can make a section as a dashboard or the left sidebar. For this one we can write dot section element. Inside this we just can create a sidebar, should be located inside the left of this website page. For this one the first we can write on left hyphen sidebar. Inside this div element, left sidebar element, we can make a title. For example, inside E1 element, H1 element, we can write on dashboard. So then for putting different types of title inside is this left sidebar or this dashboard, we can put and we can make a list inside this dashboard. For this we can make a column. So inside this div element we just make a title. For this we should write UL element, and inside this UL element now we can create and we can build a list inside this dashboard. For this one we can write down li. Inside the li element we have got element href is equal number, and inside here we can make a title. So we can call this one by the name of home, and inside this development we should make a second for example element by the name of img. Inside the img element we can put the icons or image or picture should be show inside our website page. For this one we should write image, and from inside this image folder we can import some icons. For example, by the name of home.mg. We have got this home icon, we can put inside this element. And now we can copy this one and can paste. So for the second one we can call this title by the name of create account, and we can import this icon by the name of user, and the last one we can call this one by the name of contact us. We can import this icon by the name of contact as PNG format. So now we should go ahead inside the I've got another titles by the name of of contact us and about us. So now we should select their size as a pixel. For this one we have got inside here size should be 40 pixel and 40 pixel, and this one should be height should be around 30 pixel or 30 pixel, and the last one we do not need to select this icons size. For this one we should go ahead inside the style.css, and now inside here we can write down from here we just can format this section's color and font size. For this one we have got container, we can write down dot container inside here. The first we should copy this one, and display should be flex, and align item should be center, and just for content should be specified. And the second one we've got section dot section. We should copy section from here. We have got the development class is equal section. Copy this one and bring it to this file inside here, and we can write down this one dot section. For this one we can put its codes like this. So inside the section we have got this development left sidebar. Inside this left sidebar we have got these titles as a home, as current account, as contacts, about us. We can design these titles. For this one we should select the width of this left sidebar should be around 20%, and the height of this left sidebar should be around 130 ph for this one, and background color should be this one, and display should be flex, and padding left should be 0, and margin right should be auto, and border radius should be around 5%. Change to from rectangle to circle. For this one, if we save the program, we can see the change. Come to the CSS file, come to the refresh the program, is the dashboard. We have carried it, and now we can select this color, the background color, and is that title, and is the home, and is the current account, is about us, and it's the width of this left sidebar around 20%, 23% of this website page, and is height size should be 150, which should be height is for this one. So we can change it to 30%. It is width. We should come back to CSS file and put our other codes, and margin top should be around 10 pixel for this one. And now we should copy this one, post this each one element. We can select this color, font size. Inside the each element, each one element, we have got this title bar dashboard. We can design its color, its font size from here. Color should be this one, and position should be the relative, and all item should be center, and padding top should be 10 pixel. Margin left should be 0 for this one, and its font family should this. We can select this font family, but we can change it this font to another font. We can select another font family for this one, and another we have got column. Should design this column. We have got this column. Inside this column we have got this list. We should design this list by CSS file. For this So inside this column we have got UL this list. The font size of this list, the title should be 16 pixel, and padding from the top should be around 10 pixel, and margin left space should be 2 pixel, and the color, the background color should be white for this one. And we can put another quote as a left sidebar. Border bottom should be a red color, 1 pixel. We are going to make this border button for this one. If we save the program, we refresh the program, we can see the change. So now we should change the radius color. We come to the CS file. For this one we have got this radius and this left sidebar border bottom should be red, and left sidebar ULLIA we have got padding top should 30 pixel, and display should be non-block, and left sidebar ULLI image. We just change this image, these icons from rectangle to circle. For this one, border radius should be, if we have got this icons as the rectangle size, and we can change from rectangle to circle. For this one, we can put this. We can select the border radius around 50%. This means it's changed from rectangle to a circle. For this one, if we refresh the program, we can see this one. It's changed from rectangle to circle. So now we should go ahead inside the CS file and go ahead inside the HTML file. Inside this development, we can put a shortcut links. For this one, we can write them, for example, dot shortcut. Inside this div, we can write down each one element. For this one, we can write down HTML for course. We can call this the title by the HTML for course. And then we can make another title by the inside the p tag element. We have got tutorials. And inside this development, we are going to put an image. For this one, you can write down, for example, img source is equal, the image should be by the name, for example, advertisement.png. And now we can select its size. Height should be 150 by 150 pixel for this one. And now we can make another title by the name of web design for course. For this one, we have got a1 element, each tag element. Inside each is equal number, and inside this development, we can write down, for example, web design for course. It's okay. And inside here, we just can do this to put some images or icons should be show inside the dashboard. For this one, we can write an img element source is equal. Inside this source, we have got icons. Inside icons, we have got and icons by the name of for example location. Should go ahead inside the CSS file and design their colors and font size and location by CSS file. For this one, at the first we have designed these titles by each one element. By the each one element we have got this title. By the font size should be 18 pixel and font family should be this one, and position should be relative, and align item should be center, and padding top the spacing from the top should be around 10 pixel for, and margin left space should be 0 for this one. So we should go ahead inside the HTML file and design and make a content, main content. We have got a main content. This space of this our website page is called by the name of main content. We should design this main content, and we can put and upload some image, some paragraph, and some video inside these main contents. So by building and for designing this main content, we need to use HTML file and CSS file. So we should come back to HTML file, and inside here we are going to make a main content section. For this one we can write down main content, main hyphen content, and inside this div element we are going to make a column. Doesn't matter, doesn't need to make a column for curtains or for uploading many types of, for example, paragraph or videos. We need to make a column for this one. So for making a column, you can write dot column. Inside this column we can we can call this main content section by the name, for example, YouTube channel inside each one element. By the name of programming CodeCamp. We just call this title by the name of programming CodeCamp is my channel, my YouTube channel names. You can find my YouTube channel by this title by the name of programming CodeCamp. So now we should put some image or some videos or some paragraph inside this div. For this one, inside under this div element, we can write down, for example, a element which represents the number is the link, and inside this div element we just put some image. For example, you can write down img source is equal image slash. Inside this folder by name image we have got some icons by the name, for example, P1 as JPG format, and we can select this height and width size around 350 by 350 pixel is the size of these icons. And inside this development, for example, see more. So we should go ahead inside the CSS file. At the first we copy this container, this main content. You can copy this one and come back to CSS file, and inside here we can write dot content and post these codes. So main contents inside the set display should be flex, and width of this main content should be around 50%, and text align should be center, and padding left should be around 30 pixel. This means width of this main content. We have got the height and width. Height is unlimited, and the width of this main content from here to the end of this section should be around 50%, which is take this space around 50% inside this HTML file. For every save run the program, we can see this. Just take this space around 50% inside this HTML file. So for this one, we should go ahead inside the HTML file, and main content h4. We have got the font size. I've got this title by the name of h4 inside this development. We can write on this with h4 and design it by CSS file. Its font size should be 10 pixel, and color should be this color. We can change it to another color, and padding left should be this 30 pixel, and justify content should be specified one. So we should go ahead and post some other codes. Main content, we have got IMG. We just designed the IMG with size, font size, height size, and border tops, and align items, and position, and padding left, which you can change to, for example, 350 pixel or 350 pixel. If we save the refresh the program, we can see the change like this. So now we should go ahead inside this HTML CSS file and post other codes. So we have got a footer section. For this one, we should make a footer section inside the HTML website page. So for making the footer section, we should write down dot footer like this, and inside this div we just make a paragraph or a title by the footer for inside the p tag element, and then we should go ahead, we should make a container like this, and inside this container we are going to make social media links inside here. Excuse me, for this one we are going to make a section by the name of social. It is for this purpose we are going to link this or put some social media links inside our footer space. For this one we can write in social element. Inside the social we can make a UL element. Inside this UL element we are gonna to make a list inside this UL. For this one we have got li element. Inside this li we have got element, and inside this div we just can put some image. For this one we can write an img, and source is equal image. Inside this folder, from this folder we can put some icons inside this footer section. For this one the first one I've got YouTube. We just can import the YouTube icons inside here. And now we can copy this one. We can paste inside here. At the second one we can write down, for example, Facebook, Instagram, and the last one we can import Telegram icons inside. So if we run the program, refresh the program, we can see the change. It's come down. We have got this footer section. We should go ahead inside the CSS file and design this icons by CSS. For this one, we should come back to CSS file and make a footer section. For this one, we can copy this and paste inside here footer. Inside the set, we have got position should be relative, and width should be 100%, and height should be around 200 pixel, and background should be dark, and display should be flex, and flex direction should be column, and align time should be center, and justify should be center. For this one, we can change this color and this scale. For example, height we can select for this one around 150% pixel for this one, and width should be 100% for this one. This means it become the program HTML page, website page. It is height of this footer section around 200 pixel. We can change we can change it to, for example, 200 pixel to 250 pixel. It should be, its height should be large, and width should be, for example, around 100%, and we can change it to, for example, 150. So we should come back to the CSS file and put our codes inside here. So we have got the footer p tag element, this child, and we can select this color. Font size should be this one, color should be this one, font should be 20 pixel, and font weight should be bold. And the second child, we have got this color, we can change it. Now we should design this social, for example, list. This img, this list should be designed by CSS file. For this one, should go to the CSS file and write down, for example, social display should be flexed. Social img, we have got icons by the image, which should be this one, or height should be this one, display should be flexed, align top should be center. This color, there should be background color should be red, and border radius should be 50%. The 50%, it means border radius we just change rectangle picture to circle picture. It just change it there's, for example, that's borders from rectangle to a circle. If we refresh the program, we can see the change. This one. Come back to the CSS file and put the other codes. And social should be hover, transform should be scale, so 1.3, and transition should be 0.3 second per second. If we refresh the program, we can see the change. Just come back to CSS file, button. So for this one, social over the should be the transform button. We should come back to HTML file, and inside here, so we can write down, for example, p tag element. Should make this title copyright by programming code camp, and we can put this sentence inside the footer section. For this one, we can design it by CSS file. For example, btn should be this one, absolute, and this color should, background color should be this one, and we can change this color, for example, to this color. And bottom should be, transparency should be 335 pixel, and font size should be 14 pixel. For example, we can write down inside here, class is equal btn. So if we save the program and now we can run the program, we can see all the change we have created this website page. So now we have created this website page. This is the title bar, this is the dashboard, this is the main content, and this is the footer section. Is a responsive, is transition. We can change it, we can click on is the link of this website page. Thanks for watching, thanks for supporting me to the end of this video.